Macmillan Audio presents A Pair of Wings by Carole Hopson. Read for you by Alaska Jackson. You were born with potential. You were born with goodness and trust. You were born with ideals and dreams. You were born with greatness. You were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling, so don't. You have wings. Learn to use them and fly. Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Rumi. September 30th, 1207 to December 17th, 1273. Santa Monica, 1923. So, this was death. No engine growl, no propeller beat in the air, no wind in my face, no sun on my neck. My eyelids felt heavy, stiff as coins. They wouldn't budge. My arms and legs felt like iron weights. I forced myself to be still and to remember, but memory was elusive. Each thought slipped away just as I tried to capture it. Fuel permeated the air. Acrid, pungent, bitter. That I could feel it burning the back of my throat meant I must still be alive. Images began to flicker. A still propeller that should have been spinning. Below me, children screaming and running for their lives. The earth rushing up to consume me. Broken wings. Blood. So much blood. My blood was everywhere. The first thing I recalled was the last thing I had seen. Sky. Land. Sky. Land. Sky. Land. The plane rattled, as if with fever. The engine spit once and then, like a ruptured heart, my Curtiss OX-5 engine burst, spewing hot oil from both sides of its chest. My own heart pounded in unison. My plane was shaking violently, and as I rumbled through the air, one last rivet held the tin cover firmly on the engine. That tiny bolt pulsated like a bead of rain on a snare. I watched it as it finally gave way. It popped like a cork, setting free a giant square of sheet metal. As the tin peeled back from the cowling, it became a blade, separating a column of air around itself, slowing down, then accelerating around the path it cut as it sliced right over my head. I ducked, just in time to avoid a beheading. For a split second, I thought that the wicked sound of the giant razor slicing the air above my ear might be the last sound I'd ever hear. I said a silent prayer that the flying razor would land far away from any living thing. My goggles were now splattered with oil. I tried to wipe the lenses with my gloved hand, and through the smudge, I could see nothing but hills in every direction. But then, in the distance, I thought I could make out what looked to be a level field, and with a plan to put her down gently, engine out, no big deal, at the glide speed of 50 miles per hour, I grew confident that I could make it. I just set her down nice and easy-like, directly into a headwind to give myself maximum lift. Alone in the cockpit with only myself to rely on, I began speaking directions aloud and counting on the science I knew by heart. Because of the wing's humped shape, it cuts through the air in a way that produces a positive or upward pressure under the flat bottom of the wing and a negative or reduced downward pressure on the hump on the top of the wing. This relative difference in pressure, while small, is big enough to produce lift. With less than 1,000 feet to go, my scientific meditation stopped abruptly. The field I had been aiming for no longer appeared static. As I descended, I could see that it wasn't a field at all. It was a playground. The doors of the building attached to it were flung wide, as dozens of children fanned out in every direction.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?